Let me get into this one, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that Sawteetie has been a naughty girl. She's been what the working class over here would call a brass, meaning she's brassing, i.e., escorting. Boy, I think she's quite fit actually. I wouldn't call her a brass. I'll call that brassing park. You know what I mean? Because boy. But anyway, let's have a look, shall we? Let's go into it. Go straight in on this one, as per usual. Basically, according to Pop Rant Indian Times, the internet is buzzing with Sawteetie's former friend and alleged road manager accusing her of secretly working as an escort and using footballer Jaden Sancho's money. The explosive claims came from an Instagram user known as May Bash May. Right, apparently, according to the story, that's meant to be her manager, or was supposedly a music manager at one point. So that's probably a mask up for a probably escort manager. So apparently she's a madam who runs quite a few runs quite a few escorts. So obviously Sawteetie's one of her little hoes, one of her little brasses, shall we say, to go out there and obviously do her thing, and she gets a cut. So this May Bash May is obviously the one introducing them. But anyway, May Bash May, who says she introduced Sawteetie to the Aston Villa winger and never received her share from the deal. Okay, makes sense. So as a pimp, she never received her cut of the deal. So Sawteetie's been a naughty brass there, a naughty brassic park. The controversy deepened after May showed screenshots, private messages and texts that allegedly exposed the rapper's relationship with the English international footballer. Right, that's the thing. These women, yeah. I think about women, yeah. Apparently, it goes on further than that. Apparently, Sawteetie got into it more with Jaden Sancho. And obviously, the thing is, she got into it more with her, but she wasn't paying the pimp. She wasn't paying her boss, the boss girl. That's the issue. So the boss girl's like, hold on, what's this about? And we'll go into that later in a bit, but boss girl's like, nah, you can't be doing that. I'm licking you up. And boy, where's my cut? You know what I mean? So basically, that's it basically. So obviously she switched. Probably warned her a few times. So he's probably ignored her or whatever. So now, that's it. You know what I mean? What's happened. You know what I mean? And another thing is, you see women, yeah? One thing you're going to learn as women, yeah? Learn about women more than they know about themselves in some cases. A lot of women, they actually don't keep friends, especially women that escort. That escorting women especially don't keep friends like that. If you notice, they're always kind of loners, very introverted, all by themselves kind of thing. You notice they've always got that. I call it a hoe dog, yeah. But more time than not, go Kensington. All those areas, Kensington, Westbourne Park, all those little trendy areas, those kind of areas. They're nowhere to be, by the way, these hoes, but that's a sideline. But all these trendy little areas, yeah, they've all got the same kind of dog. Little small, I shouldn't say this, well, I should say this, because I know, anyway, they won't be listening. A lot of these girls that I know that assumedly could be doing this and that. And not just that, but other girls you observe and you can just tell, there's, certain signs. Another conversation. The French bulldogs, the little small ones. Hoe dog, always got that. Always. That's their standard. And they've got certain ways about them. You'll know. Some giveaway signs over here. But back to Sawteetie before I go back into it. Well, no, let me address this further. Then I'll go back onto Sawteetie. Basically, yeah, women don't keep friends. Or this is what they never do. They never let them in their inner business. Because if they know they fall out, then that's it. She got something over her. Like in this case, Sawteetie's a bit of a fool. She knows she's a hoe. She knows she's a hoe. She knows that's her boss. And she should have paid her off. Give her the money and then bounced. Then do what you want. Go and mess around with Jaden, whatever you want to do. And that's that. And another thing, more time than not, in fact, I can give Jaden a pass because he didn't meet her like socially or, you know, on the street or online or something like that. It was a link. When I say pass, I mean, when I say pass, well, it's not a pass, but footballers, especially soccer players in England, for those of you abroad, should not be paying for PUM. Because you're Jaden Sancho, right? You played in Germany, you know, you're playing in England for two of the biggest teams, you know. You're on like, how much a week? Big money a week. Hundreds of thousands a week. So why are you paying for PUM for? That don't even make sense. That's backward, you know. And that's another thing. Going on to the previous video, a lot of these guys don't have game. Well, I shouldn't say game, because when I say game, it triggers people. These guys don't have a way to bring women round to the right way of their thinking, to take things further. Okay? That's a good way of putting it. No. These guys need the status, the clout, and the money. And deep down, they know that. Because I've been around those guys. And basically, you know, so what they draw the women because, you know, some of them are in shape and etc. etc. But more time than not, it's because of the name and so forth and so forth. And the players know that, and deep down they know, you know, she's in it with me because I'm such and such. Like one occasion, we was in Essex, me and my boy, and obviously, you know, I'm not going to big us up, but we have certain attributes which women are going to lean towards. Okay, let me just leave it there because I'm not going to. It's not about that. It's talking about this particular thing. And he was there, and a few footballers were there. Mention no names, and they're from my team. But obviously, you know, I'm in Don Dada mode. You know, I'm big man mode now. This is big. We were going there to like represent, and it's funny. It was weird because we're doing our thing, and yeah, women are going over to them at the same time. There's a twofold thing. Women are going over to them at the same time, but at the other same time, a few women were panning us, kind of thing, because we kind of stood out. You know, obviously being the brothers, that's one thing. Your brothers in that environment, but two, when you're like brothers of a certain you was a don. As I'm going to show you. So it's kind of strange because it's like women are going over there, but some are going over here. Me and my boy just standing there flexing in suits, drinking drink, whatever. And you know, that's when one of those girls, is it only with Essex? Quite fit actually. She's quite funny actually. She's down to earth. Mention no names. And it's like, it's kind of weird. And at one point, that man's come over. Well-known footballer. I'm not going to mention no names. Come over. He's like, yeah, you guys. I go, yeah, I know you. You play for my team. He goes, is it? I go, yeah. We're chatting. He goes, can I buy a drink? I said, no, bro, I'm all right. And my friend goes, rah. He goes, you're right. We got something. You know what it is? But that's going off track. The whole point I'm trying to make is these footballers, they need the status, the ambience, and the aura of what it brings to to gain that attention, or some are not. So it doesn't surprise me in this context that Jaden's putting up probably, you know, initially probably put up 10k to get that naans. Copyright, I invented that term. But to get that naan bread, copyright again, it's me again. To get the naans, probably put up 10k, and the pimp took probably 20. So Sawteetie probably walked away with 8. But Sawteetie's mistake was not paying her. So she got involved, we didn't pay her, and you know, she tried to like roll into a relationship with her with Jaden. The pimp's like, what? You don't want to be doing that? Because she probably ignored her and rolled on with it, and in the end, pimp's like, okay, let me destroy you. Because by that time, Sawteetie's already gone big time. Because Sawteetie's like, you know, I know she is. You know what I mean? You know, when I say that, I mean, I know she is, like, because she's famous, isn't it? Don't forget, there's quite a lot of them out there now. That's why, you know what I mean? A lot of these women, they don't, a woman who's smart doesn't, you know, they always keep themselves to themselves and they get too close to their friends. And in this case, especially, they'll get too close to other hoe friends. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny, you know, there's some women I know that kind of assumedly you'd assume they're doing that kind of thing, because I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, sorry. And it's like, you know, like, with these kind of women, yeah, gotta be careful what I'm saying, because you don't know who's listening when they hear this. But it's funny because go back to the whole paying thing, yeah, with escorts, yeah, etc. If you kind of know these girls, yeah, I'm not in this instance with this particular girl, but if you know, well, let me deal with this girl first. Basically, just like, gets do her thing. I don't know, do her thing. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But sometimes she goes to me, yeah, come pick me up. Okay. Because by that time, there's no congestion charge, no ULEZ. So, boy, jump in the car, pick her up, friends, drive central, quick drink. Not me, but because I didn't drink and drive, but you know me, black man and thing. But, hang out, drink a few drinks, like, juice, and she's on the drinks, whatever. She paid for everything. Petrol, get back, get money, there you go. £100, £200. I'm like, wow, that's okay. And obviously we're brethrens, isn't it? That's when I say brethrens, I mean like it's established as brethrens. So there's nothing's gonna go on. That's before before we became better friends. And before, she let me into her world and, you start seeing certain things. And it's funny because I'm not gonna say this, yeah, this is what I was gonna say. When a man has a way with the women, I guess, you don't need to pay for these things. Escorts even less so. You know what I mean? Because that's what them girls do anyway. They this is what it is. They free up the naan bread, yeah. They free up the naans for cash, yeah. They free up the pee for cash, yeah. So subconsciously to ease her conscience and to be normal, to be a normal human being, to be like, think about it. That's their profession. They're hoes doing their thing, yeah. But to make themselves to be better, to make themselves feel normal, yeah, they'll like, give it to free for guys they like. If it's into a guy and it just happens, but they'll give it free and just roll the guy and you'll get some, but it's on a freeness level. So what she'll do throughout the week is have like, I don't know, not Jaden. Say she had Drogba, whatever. So she's gonna have Drogba, another footballer, for those who don't know. Her Drogba will do a thing, wherever it was, do something, hang out as brethren, hang out, chill, go shopping, normal little relationship. He'll get some pee, nani, whatever, and then she'll bounce off. Then during the week, Jaden might call, and she'll have him, the guy there, the other guy there is the main kind of like guy she's seeing. And the other guy, Jaden, will pop in every now and then and get a beat, as you guys would say. So that's how they work, okay? And then she might have another footballer thrown around. So she'd have Jaden, a little Drogba, and who else is a footballer? It's Chelsea one, a black guy. Then she'll have Essien in the mix. Yeah, Essien, that's a good little little Drogba getting a beat. Then Jaden will be there. Then Essien will like pop up, as a third man. So actually, women like that work the same way guys should work. Top guys work the same way. But anyhow, yeah. So that's that. So basically, yeah. So basically, we looked at that. Obviously, women that do them things by their lonesome. They're not stupid. They're not foolish. Obviously, they've got their, they link man up like that. But this is it. Yeah. This is a key point. Yeah. In the Jaden and Sawteetie kind of thing, yeah. From what I've read, the fact that Sawteetie didn't pay the pimp, another reason she may have done that, because she wants to have a normalized relationship with Jaden. So she obviously linked him on the payment thing, whatever. They got on really well. So to keep the flow going and say, you know what, I'm not a hoe, I'm just doing this and she's my friend and hook me up with you. The lack of exchange for the pimp is a way of normalizing the relationship. So it makes her feel better and it makes Jaden feel better, if that makes sense. Because they're trying to make it a non-hoe thing. Like, yeah, we just linked up, she's a friend, hooked us up, and that's how it goes. And we're just hanging out, cool, we're just good. And I feel good, she good, I feel good, she feels good. And that's that. But it's not the reality, is it? In fact, taking it further, I read online that Jaden was actually going to leave his career and go and play football elsewhere. When I say leave career, obviously when you're not playing in the key divisions, especially as a top baller, then you know what I mean. If you played in those divisions and stepped down, especially on your own accord, like if you're footballing, you go and play in Dubai for the cash, or whatever. You've technically like taken yourself out of the game. So basically, what I basically got here and read was that Jaden was gonna bounce from his career as a top level footballer and go and do stupidness and live with what's her face? We live with Sawteetie. Like basically, Man United. This is according to Goal.com a few months ago, actually. So that's even more of a red flag. So you know, this happened beforehand, even before this all kicked off, before this all came out. This happened beforehand, which is further proof that what I was saying was correct. They're trying to normalise the relationship, make it normalised, and then take it to a next level because they're both because they're both stars, isn't it? So they make out like, yeah, I'm Jaden Sancho, this is Sordid, and we're dating now, we're together. But really, it was a whole link up. But anyway, Manchester United outcast Jaden Sancho, considering ending European career to join rap star girlfriend Sawteetie in the United States after ignoring Roma and Bakita's transfer offers. Yeah. So basically, Man United's Jaden Sancho is reportedly considering ending his career in Europe amidst his rumoured relationship with American rapper Sawteetie. Exactly. So there you go. Proves me right. Basically, they're trying to normalise the relationship. It was a Nani thing. And now my man's, you know what I mean? I read somewhere that he got a tattoo on he got his tattoo on around his ear or something. Like, listen, bro. This is what I said to you again. You're proving my thesis correct. These guys, no game. Because if they had game, and you're a big footballer earning big money, you wouldn't need to exchange cash normally. But in this situation, even if you have paid money, yeah, up front, whatever, like in this situation, no man is getting a woman's tattoo on his body. I wouldn't even get my missus tattoo on my body. We've been together nearly a decade. Even any of my previous, no chance, ain't happening. That's a foolishness. You know what I mean? Because women are too see these guys aren't to know this, but you know, at this level, we know already that women are too fickle sometimes. You know. So if it's up and down, then boy, you know, you can't invest in something that's up and down, can we? So if she bounces and if she bounces and her name is still on your body, then boy, I can't help you. You know what I mean? You're on your own. You know, more fool you. You know. Anyway, but yeah. So, but the bottom line is this, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot to kick it, as they say. That's a lot to kick it. But at the end of the day, another thing, well, from the Pip's point of view, yeah, this is interesting. I mean, I'd have to look at Sawteetie's net worth and see how much he's worth. But really and truly, don't forget the pound the pound used to, but it still does. But the pound goes further than the dollar. You know, so in Jaden's case, you know what I mean. Obviously, if I assume he's the one with the bigger money, the bigger stacks. So basically, you know, the pimp can always try to say, you know, it's like you're falling for a trick. Which she did. She didn't realise it was just business. But hey, that's just how it goes, isn't it? And one final thing I'll say before I wrap this up. In this case, it's like there's no repercussions for Jaden. Like, you know, why is he going with a hoe for? Why is he going down that road? We doing banging hoes, you know. Listen, and there's one thing about the community, yeah. They're very, very selective, yeah. But people who they view or see to be in high moral ground, yeah. And I'm not just talking stars and celebrities, but even everyday people, like people in your neighborhood who you respect and people that they look up to, or the main boy or the top boy in the areas. I mean, when I say top boy, I don't mean Ashley Waters ghetto level. I don't mean that. I mean top boys like, you know, the guy to be. More so back in the day when things were a bit more positive. But that kind of right, respectful, clean cut brother who's on point, Maybe got his, qualifications, whatever. That kind of guy, good looking, smells good, swagger, always talking sense, yeah? Always talking sense. If he was to do that, the world comes to an end. All black men are bad, all black men gone to pot, all black men gone to ruin, they're all paying for it now. Oh, that may be the case. They may be paying for it now. But Jaden Sancho has got all the trappings in the world, very wealthy guy, mansions, footballer. When he's paying for it, he's not getting any repercussions. Think about it. A wealthiest man paying for it is getting no comeback. When the guy who's not so wealthy and just, everyday guy, who's combating, these modern women, he's the one who's could probably get them blasted. Like, even if any respectable social influencer on hair was to do that, they'd get gunned. But Jaden, it's cool, yeah, man. Jaden, yeah, she fits still, Jaden. She fit. Anyway, so what do I have to say on this? Yeah, later.